Welcome to the WBC Arena. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. He'll face this man, Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber. His fight against Matt Schmeling, one of the most important fights in the history of this fine sport.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They're both trying for a knockout. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. He fails to score with that left hook. Neither man really defending themselves. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Sluggers will hit anything and everything, your head, your ear, your elbow, your rib, your belly button. They are an absolute terror.
Through the hook, didn't land. Going back to life now, starting to land some punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell for round two. going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists.
We've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
He just misses with that big right hand. He just misses with that jab. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Good counter-punching from both these fighters. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
That left lands. Quick punch scores. And they figure out the combination to this safe. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Left punch. Misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Back at it in round 4. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Hard, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
He both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that? And he misses with the left uppercut. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And they figure out the combination to this safe. That right hook won't score. Got out of the way of that right hook. That's a scoring left hand. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell to start round 5. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Fantastic punch. Right hook catching air. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
These two are the perfect dance partners. And he misses with that jab. Trying to answer back. They score again with the left hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
On to the 6th round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Missed him with that uppercut. Parries away the left uppercut. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
That hook doesn't score. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. There's a right hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Round 7, here we go. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
The right hook just missed. Punch landed. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want, because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
There's the bell to start round 8. Good punch. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
God, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands. Good one. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Big swing and a miss. No rest for the weary. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
There's the bell to start round 9. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Back and forth they go. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. He misses with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
And here comes the 10th round. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Not many of the people in the division hit like them. He missed with that jab. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is. Left punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
That's start 11. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same. He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Better start respecting each other's punching power. Oh, what a punch! They better start respecting each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
He's absolutely knackered, man. He's knackered.
On to the 12th. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That left scores. They score with that left hand. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh, that punch. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Nice punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.